dwellers, to another chilling edition of Wicked Wednesday here on DreadWaveFM. I am your humble host with the ghosts, offering you all up a chilling tale this evening. I am Gentleman Jack, here to take your hand and lead you into the darkest corridors of history. Tonight, we step back in time to the early 20th century, to a city drenched in shadow, filled with the scent of magnolias, the sound of distant jazz, and the whispers of a phantom wielding an axe. Tonight, we recount the terror of the Axeman of New Orleans. The year was 1918. New Orleans, a city alive with culture and music, was about to be gripped by fear. A monster hidden amongst the people was about to make itself known. It started with a brutal attack on Joseph and Catherine Maggio, Italian grocers found in their home with their skulls fractured and their throats slit. A bloody axe, belonging to the victims themselves, lay discarded nearby. There were no signs of forced entry. The killer had slipped in like a ghost and disappeared just as silently. Then came more attacks. The Cortamiglias, the Romano family, the Pepitones, families assaulted in their own homes, their doors carved open, their bodies left in ruin. The only common thread? The weapon was always an axe, often their own, and the killer never stole a single thing. He came only for blood, a looming shadow of death. But the most disturbing moment of all was not a murder. No, it was a letter. A message, written by the killer himself, sent to the Times-Picayune in March of 1919. I'll have my dear friend Sarah Spector read to you, my fiendish friends, the words of a madman.
Esteemed mortal, they have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether that surrounds your earth. I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleanians and your foolish police call the Axeman. Now, to be exact, at 12:15 earthly time on next Tuesday night, I am going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I am going to make a little proposition to you people. Here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is in full swing at the time I have just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then, so much the better for you people. One thing is certain, and that is that some of your people who do not jazz it on Tuesday night, if there be any, will get the axe.
Thank you, Sarah. And so, dear listeners, that night, New Orleans played jazz like its life depended on it. And perhaps it did. Who was the Axeman? Theories abound. Some say he was a madman, a butcher with a taste for blood. Others whisper that he was an avenger, targeting Italian immigrants for reasons unknown. And then, there are those who believe the words of his letter, that he was something else entirely. Not a man, but a force, a shadow, a demon passing through New Orleans under the cover of darkness. Perhaps we will never know. After 1919, the murders just abruptly stopped. The Axeman vanished into the shadows of history, and the city of New Orleans exhaled. But somewhere, in the dim glow of a flickering streetlight, where the music plays low and the night air feels heavy, one might wonder, is he truly gone? Or does he still listen, waiting for the night when the music finally stops? Sleep well, dear listeners, and keep the music playing, just in case.